Hey, are you guys running out of space like I am? Well, today I'm going to show you how to basically clone your hard drive to a new device. Alright, so Windows told me the other day when I was looking at stuff that I was getting close to my limit on my C drive, which is a 240 gig Samsung Evo SSD, and which you could see is indicated by the red. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you pretty much exactly how to clone your hard drive, clone the C drive with the registries, the app data, and all that stuff that's associated with it, and then you'll be able to swap it out of your machine and plug it in and start like nothing ever happened. Alright, so first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to open up a browser of your choice. And what you're going to do is, I'm just going to copy and paste it, is go to the Macrium website. It's https://www.macrium.com/reflect, REFLECT, and free, the word free, all one word, and then just hit enter. You can either Google search it, but it should bring you to the first link. And what you're going to want to do is download the home use version, which will be v6 free. The feature comparison, there is a paid edition. If you're going to be doing this constantly, I suggest you purchase it. It's really not that much money. And then you could specify which platform you'd be using or which environment that you'd be using it. I've used it at a university where we had to make Windows deployment images, and this actually saved me a lot of time from having to clone hard drives, like using other stuff. And this I've found to be pretty easy and pretty quick. So what you're going to want to do, yeah, as you can see, you could just pause it or just go to the website and check it out for yourself. So click on home use. This should pop up, and then it should download, and then what you're going to do is launch it once it's completed downloading. Yes. Yep, you want the free trial version, and then download. Yes. This is going to download the installer for you, and it activates it as a trial. Like I said, if you wanted to purchase the full one, you just select the full software and then enter the key that they provide you with. So right now I'm just going to pause it for now until it completes downloading. Alright, so it's coming towards the end of the download. Usually this is pretty quick. What you're going to want to do also is whatever new storage that you're going to be using, I also suggest that you make sure that it's formatted correctly and it has a master boot record and it's formatted as NTFS. So what I can do is show you exactly how to get it done. So what you're going to need to do is make sure that your new device, your new storage device, is in some sort of caddy that's SATA compliant or similar to that. I'm just using a simple 2.5-inch since it's a SSD, but if you're doing a hard drive, a desktop hard drive, 3.5, I can't remember, I think it's Thermaltake. They make a dual drive dock that does both 2.5 and 3.5, but it requires a power source, and it's USB 3. So also make sure that if you can get one, shoot for USB 3, because at this point USB 2 is just obsolete. Okay, so I guess Macrium, we'll just go with this then first. Blah blah blah. Come on. Next. Accept. Next. Next. Oh, you could choose to register it if you want. I usually click no and just try and skip over it. Next, and install. So this should go by pretty quick, even though I have like less than 15 gigs. Oh, and it's done. So what we is going to do is I'm going to show you how to format your new storage device. So what you're going to want to do is, once you have it in the enclosure that you need, you're going to plug it into a available USB port. And as you can see, device is connected. And what you're going to want to do is go to, on your keyboard, press Windows X, bring up, what I would do is go to command prompt in admin mode. And don't be intimidated by this, it's pretty easy. Even me, who I really don't do much coding, even I can understand it. So what you're going to want to do is type in disk part and hit enter, wait for it to load, and it'll show disk part like that. Now what you're going to do is list disk, which will show all your attached storage devices. As you can see, my main drive, free, it won't say anything free because it's been formatted correctly. And then this is my new 512 gig drive. Obviously it's less than 512 gig, as it's always been with storage devices. So what you're going to want to do is now press select, or enter, select disk 5. And now that it's selected, next thing you're going to want to do is type the word clean. And now it will actually clean out the drive and start it from scratch. So after that, you should be good there. Next, what you're going to want to do is press the Windows X key again, and this time you're going to want to go to disk management. And then you should be presented with this, which is the disk we just formatted. You want to do it as a master boot record, and you want to click OK. After that, scroll down, it should be in black, as it's not been formatted or anything. So new sample volume, next. Usually that's set at maximum, next. Just leave it as that, next, and then next, and finish. And you should get a little pop-up notification, which you do. So that's all set. So now we can launch Reflect, hit yes, and don't remind me. Rescue Media, you don't really have to use this. So what you're going to want to do is, oh, this is going to be fun. You don't want to clone that. With me having multiple hard drives, this is kind of a pain because it shows everything. So you're going to select all the ones that you don't need and leave the one that you do need. So we're going to select this, and we're going to clone this disk, and then we're going to clone to the 500 gig one, which will be empty by default. So that's good. And everything else looks to be all set. So all you have to do now is click next, next, and finish. You can, and make sure run this backup now is checked off. Save, backup, and schedule. I mean, you can if you want to, if you're going to just do a backup, just, you know, in case your hard drive or your storage just decides to not work one day. You can save a manual backup, but for this instance, I don't need to. So I'm just going to click OK. And now it's going to say that it's going to format it to its own correct format to be able to boot into Windows. So just hit continue. So usually this process is pretty quick since it's going SSD to SSD. As you can see, it's just flying by. And I'm also on a Z170 motherboard, so the chipset is pretty current. So right now it's just going to copy all the sectors, the primary, the recovery, and whatever else is on that drive. So I'm going to pause it for now, and then I'll pop back in once it's done. Alright, so we're back, and it looks like this took a little over a half hour as shown here. So pretty much what you can now do is just close out of all of this. It also might have popped up another local disk drive, which is your your new drive that you're going to pop in. So now that that's done, you can close out of this. You can shut down your machine, and then what I would do is proceed to pull the old drive out and pop in the new drive, and then we'll pick up from there. Alright, so I've already gone ahead and swapped out the drive, the two SSD drives, and looks like everything booted up as normal. As you can see, the new drive with the additional storage is no longer in red. I did come across something where it was still showing in red the first time, so I think it transferred as a partition with unallocated space. So what I did was, you're going to hit the Windows key and X again, go back to disk management. Once this loads up, what you're going to do is scroll down to, well, you don't have to scroll down. It'll be defaulted from whatever letter that we set it to originally to now the default C drive. So as you can see, it's taking the recovery partition, this, and the C drive. But there was also the black unallocated space. So what you're going to want to do was when it was available, you would right click, and then this extend volume would be able to be selected. You would select that, and then it would maximize any allocated space. So basically it would fuse the two partitions into one. So that is that. And yeah, so this is how to upgrade your drive, or basically create a backup of your C drive. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section below. I'll try to answer them in a timely manner. And like this video if you liked it, and please subscribe. Thank you for watching.